Hello everyone, back tuning to our latest Star Wars video. So I just want to talk a little bit about Mark Hamill on Twitter. Mark has been throwing a little bit more shade at Disney and Lucasfilm, but also getting a bit of a backlash for doing it, and he's had to sort of explain himself on Twitter. So I'm going to talk about what's happened over the past couple of days, or the last day or so, very shortly. Just say that if you're enjoying the Star Wars content on this channel, then please like, share, and subscribe. And we're building the channel up with Star Wars content after being dormant for around 5 years. So like, share, subscribe, let me know in the comments what you think. So Mark Hamill tweeted this. I'm not sure where the picture comes from. I think Mark must have picked it up on his timeline. Somebody must have shared it with him. And Mark sort of retweeted it out to all of his followers. So it speaks for itself, really. The picture is of our classic characters, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, and Lando Calrissian. And we see the Star Wars logo there in the corner, but instead of Star Wars The Last Jedi, it's Star Wars What Should Have Been. It's a fairly powerful picture, actually, again, summing up the sort of failure, really, of this trilogy. This sequel trilogy, and Mark tweeted it with hashtag missed opportunities. We know that Mark is very, very unhappy about what's happened, not only in The Last Jedi, with the progression of his character, but also in terms of the sequel trilogy generally, particularly the failure in The Force Awakens to bring together Han, Luke, and Leia for one final adventure. So we know overall Mark is pretty unhappy with how this sequel trilogy has progressed. Well, after tweeting that picture, Mark received quite a backlash from, not particularly his fans, I don't think, but just from people online. I'm not sure who the people really were who were attacking him for this. I suppose fans of the sequel trilogy, perhaps. But later on, Mark had to put out a tweet sort of explaining what he was doing. So he tweeted this, saw a pic of me with Billy D, Carrison and Harry, that should be, of course, Harrison and Carrie, posted it because I miss them. Nothing more, nothing less. I love the new cast too, and didn't mean to get everyone's knickers in a twist. Maybe I should have just posted a bunch of hashtag endgame spoilers instead. Hashtag relax and have fun, people. And the picture then is added with a little image of the Joker, Mark's a famous other character, alter ego, in the background. And the latest is that Billy D. Williams has now weighed into this, and he's said, at Hamill himself, you should be used to get everyone's knickers in a twist, part of your charm, man. And Mark replies, total exoneration, no collusion, play on Donald Trump, of course. Thanks at Real BDW. There's no one more capable of assessing charm than you. Love to you and all the cast members of hashtag The Rise of Skywalker from your pal Ma. Hashtag Master Knicker Twister. So it's all got a bit silly, really, but I think the point is that Mark is continues to be unhappy about the sequel trilogy. We know he's unhappy about what happened with his character in The Last Jedi. We know he's unhappy about the sequel trilogy overall, the fact that it was a fate, that it failed to bring together Han, Luke, and Leia for a final adventure before Han was killed off, and that can never happen now. Han's gone. Although there are reports that he might come back in some capacity and have a scene in The Rise of Skywalker. But we can never get a proper reunion of these characters because Carrie Fisher passed away in real life. So it's all rather sad, really, in terms of the original characters, how they've been treated, what's happened to them in this sequel trilogy. And Mark is unhappy about it, and he's quite right to be unhappy about it. I mean, he's entitled to say what he thinks. He's been playing this character since, like, 1976. He knows Luke Skywalker inside out. He knows his fans inside out as well. He knows that his fans are also upset, not only with the portrayal of Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, but also with the progression of the sequel trilogy. And if he wants to say what he thinks about that, then he is entitled to, and he should not be forced to sort of defend himself to anybody. He's quite entitled to say that he believes that this was a missed opportunity of a trilogy, and we know what he thinks anyway. So what will be the point in sort of giving a false narrative, if you like, giving a false perspective of this, because we already know what he thinks, what he's already said time and time again since The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi were released. So, I mean, if people are attacking Mark Hamill, it makes you wonder what social media is coming to, really, because he's one of the nicest, most affable, kindest people out there online. And if you find something to attack Mark Hamill over, then basically you're just looking for something to attack somebody about. I mean, it's a very innocuous tweet there. It's only a little bit of shade, really, that he's putting in the direction of Lucasfilm and Disney. He has consistently sort of push more shade in their direction, and again, quite rightly too. So, I mean, everyone just needs to relax and chill out, and if you don't like what Mark's tweeting, then don't follow him. And just let him say what he wants. He's perfectly entitled to say what he wants. He's been playing this character long enough. He has earned the right to be able to speak out. And I've got no idea who these people are who are attacking him for this tweet and making him feel like he has to put something else out, kind of like defend himself. The picture and the hashtag there sort of speaks for itself, doesn't it? There's nothing else to say about it, and he didn't need to add anything else, but obviously he felt that he had to. Makes you wonder who those people were. Are they true Star Wars fans? I have my doubts. They're probably just people looking for trouble, really. But it's a sad time. The Star Wars fandom is in a very, very bad way overall with this sequel trilogy. So we're just going to wait and see what The Rise of Skywalker does. Will it help to bring people together? I'm not sure if it will at this point. And I suppose it's just a sign of how divided society is in general, really, in various directions that I won't go into now because that would be straying into politics. But yeah, sad time. Sad that Mark has had to defend himself on Twitter. But there we go. That's a sign of times that we're living in. Right, if you're enjoying the Star Wars content on this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.